Good morning. Hi, welcome to Porch Talk. This is Cheryl. Just wanted to welcome you all in. And we had to go with Plan B on our location because it is blazing hot here in South Georgia. It feels like it's 98 degrees already. So I had to move under the porch. We're doing under the stoop, right? Yeah, because it's too hot in the sun. I tried, and oh my goodness, it was just too much for me. So anywho, I hope everybody's having a great day, and just it's a really lovely day, but boy, it is a hot summer day, that is for sure. So I thought I'd love this card. I would start off with this, and it says, "Happiness blooms from within." I like this card because as we age, I don't like that word, but as we mature, our looks change. We go from having a youthful appearance to a more mature appearance. And as I've said before in my other talks, I believe that the thing that needs to happen is that obviously we accept our the aging process, but also that we're working on the inside so that it shines through to the outside. And so really what I wanted to do a talk today on life after retirement. So I am 65 years old, and I'm sorry, 65 years young. I am not old. I refuse to accept that title. I just started my YouTube channel about a month ago. I also own a peptide business where I sell weight loss peptides, which, by the way, I took 2 years and I lost 144 pounds and got myself back into optimal health. I take supplements, the nutrition that I should. I eat organic, and because I'm focused on what my life is going to be like 20 years down the road, which I'll still be good. I promise you that. I'm on no medication for my age. I've taken good care of myself. Like I say, supplementation. And it seems like it's a big hassle when you're younger, but when you see the results as you mature and see all the benefits of doing the right thing for your body, it pays off in the end. So if you're younger, never too late to start. Start eating organic. Stop eating processed foods and things like that are just bad for you. Exercise. Develop yourself spiritually. Develop a relationship with God. Start letting go of all the things that have hurt you and injured you in the past. So start working on stuff now, because it's going to pay off in the end. And in the end, it's, who wants to spend, their retired years backpedaling, going through things? So my suggestion, is take care of this stuff as you go along and not have to deal with it lump sum in the end. You know what I mean? It just seems like it would be so much better. That way you can focus on having fun and doing what you want to do, right? So my talk is on life after retirement. So like I said, 65-year-old. I'm single. I've had a 5-year hiatus I've taken off to get my head straight and get everything where it needs to be, and just I'm in a good spot now. So I'm ready to go. So I'm sorry I had to put you on hold for a moment. My little doggy decided he wanted to bark. We've got some Airbnb neighbors next door, and they're rolling into town. So he's not sure who they are. But anywho, here we go. So let me let him in. I'm sitting right by the door because I can't sit out in the sun. It's so dang hot. Go ahead, baby, go in. Come on. Okay, sorry about that. So the first thing is to reclaim your health. So you have to really assess your health and assess where you are, what needs to be done. Are you overweight? Do you have diabetes? Do you feel good? Do you have lack of energy? Start dealing with those things now. Ladies, if you're perimenopausal, make sure that you are taking care of that. And postmenopausal ladies, get on your HRT. And if you've gained weight through the years, I sell retatrutide. You can always contact me. I can help you. I have about 60 clients that I help, but I've been doing that for 2 years now, and I went from a size 26 to a 6. It's been a fairly easy ride with retatrutide. Diets have been easy to stick with because it just eliminates your appetite, but you still have to do the work. You really do. But I know that anything that I went through to regain my health, that it's going to benefit me greatly, because I had come to a point, I was 296 pounds, and I was miserable every day. My back hurt, my knees hurt, my legs were swelling. I was just an absolutely miserable person. And I realized, that at age 63, that if I didn't take care of it, that I was going to die early. My grandmother died at 69 years old from a massive heart attack because she didn't take care of herself. And I witnessed that, and I saw it, and I don't want to go down like that. And I have great kids, 41, 47, and 31, and a brand new great grandbaby and grandchildren, and I want to be around for a while, and I don't want my family taking care of me. I want to do it on my own. I'm a very independent woman, and I'm very health orientated. And the reason I did it is I also did end-of-life home care for 25 years. I took care of individuals who were dying and or on hospice. They would hire me. I would come into their home, and I would basically see them to the pearly gates. I took care of them. So I'm well aware of what doctors can do, what taking unnecessary medication can do, and I've watched people decline from fairly decent health, start going to the doctor, and the doctors are giving them all these pills and medication, and they just crash. Their health goes, and you take a pill for this, and then it causes that, and it causes that, and I think big pharma and health industry do have their place, but for me, only emergency care. That's it. I told my kids, if I have a cold, I don't go. And unless something's bleeding that I can't stitch up myself, I'm only kidding, I wouldn't do that. But if it's like I had a car accident, I had to go to the hospital for that. If it's something serious, yes. But going to go get an antibiotic every time I get a cold, I didn't get COVID shots. None of it. Because I have such a great immune system that I didn't need it. And I don't get sick. I do not get sick. I may get the sniffles for that long during flu and cold season, but otherwise, I am healthy as a horse, baby. And I'm not putting stuff in my body unless it's organic or I've researched it and I study it and I know what it's going to do for me. But anywho, let's go back to point 1. And I'm sorry about the different setup. I'm holding my notes. I've got my cards over here. So, start working on stuff now. So the first one is reclaim your health again. So your physical strength will determine how much mobility you'll have as you get older. This is the thing that I saw the most when taking care of elderly people, is they lose their mobility to where they can't walk, to where they're balanced, and you have to lift them up. I mean, I've had to Hoyer lift people. I've had people stand up and fall down because they got so dizzy because of medication they were on, or different things like that. So I'm just saying that you need to retain your mobility, stretch, get used to getting up out of a chair unassisted, walking upstairs unassisted, super important. Your nutrition will determine how much oxidative damage that your body absorbs, and our food is not a very good source of nutrition right now. So we're lacking in so many things. I supplement. I take D. I take hyaluronic acid. I take some methylene blue for my mind. I take something called Huel, Huel. It's got 91 vitamins in it. It's great powder. I take matcha. I take a lot of different things that are very nutritious for the body. But yeah, I supplement. I take turmeric, ginger. I make my own tinctures, so I know exactly what's in it, because I don't trust what's out there. If you turn the label over and you read the bottle, it's got all kind of garbage in it that I'm just not willing to put into my body. So, but I tell you, start supplementing now. If you need any suggestions, please feel free to ask me. I'm very nutrition savvy. I know from being in the car accident and having really bad injuries, I can tell you how I recovered with no surgeries, and they told me I was going to be crippled and all kind of stuff. I could go on and on. I'll tell that story one day, but so I had to learn from ground zero, how to use herbal and Ayurvedic medicine to heal myself, and I'm still using it. That accident was in 2013, and I'm still going strong. I'm better than I ever was. So I'm telling you, it's not too late if you start now. No matter where you're at, it is never too late to start grabbing your health back. You just have to ask questions, and if you have any questions, please comment below, and I can help you. I can point you in the right directions. So also nutrition it affects your mind a lot. So if you're not getting enough fat, if you're on beta blockers, if you're on this, if you're on that, all of that stuff affects your brain. So we need healthy fats. We need good nutritious. We need greens. We need protein. Not the stuff that is instant stuff. Anything, if it comes in a bag or a box, I don't eat it, because it is artificially man-made and it's just not good for you. I don't care what they say, it's not good for you. Just flip it over, read the ingredients, and you'll see for yourself. Our grandparents didn't have that, our ancestors didn't have it, and they lived, fairly decent, long lives. So just a thought there, maybe pay attention to your labels, and you know what, it takes work. Health takes work. You can't take any one thing and have it do the magic work for you. No, you have to do it yourself. You have to be a big participant in that. Definitely, for sure. So I'm looking for a card. I have lots of cards set up. I love this one. It says, push yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. No one else is going to come and pick up the pieces, for you. If your health is broken right now, fix it. If there's something in your life that's broken, fix it now. Because if you don't, when you get older, you're going to have a big pile of doo-doo that you have to fix, and you don't want to do that. You want to enjoy your golden years, as they call it. I'm telling you right now, I'm having so much fun. Listen, I met a group of people. I play bingo with them. We go play poker. I hang out with them all the time. We have barbecues, parties. I joined even the senior group. They didn't believe me that I was 65, but I'm in art classes. I have a peptide business. I sell jewelry, and I also do this YouTube. And anything that I can get my hands in to stay busy, stay relevant, keep my mind going. That's what you need to do. Don't slow down and go, oh, well, the best years of my life are behind me. Now I'm just going to enjoy. No, start planning. Go on some trips. Reconnect with friends, family. Start doing your work now and get all of that stuff out of the way, your estate planning, everything, so that you don't have to be doing a big pile of that later on down the road. Or have your children or somebody in your family be burdened with doing that. So just think about that. So the last one is the combo of all these things, if you get on track, can extend the quality and the longevity of your life, and you'll be a lot happier. So will your family. Like I say, don't put that burden on them, and I'm not going to do that to mine. I'm doing a videotaped eulogy. I don't want anybody crying over me. I've had a great life. I've made tons of mistakes. I went through a lot of heartache. I went through a lot of stuff. But you know what? Here I am, 65 years old, and it's definitely not the end. And I have a lot to share. I have a lot to tell people, and how to get over hurdles and things that blocked me for years. And mostly it was because I had my ear to the world. I was letting the world tell me what value was. I didn't create my own value. I had to learn to place value on my own ish in my life and get rid of the stuff that wasn't. Get rid of the people. Get rid of the habits. Get rid of all the stuff that is in your way from making you happy. Nobody can tell you what happiness is except for you and the good Lord above. That's true. Work on it now. You'll be happy you did. So number 2 is rediscovering your purpose. So as you go into retirement, I took my retirement when I was 62, and I went and got a part-time job. I worked at Smoothie King. I loved it. I was a restaurant owner. I had 3 restaurants for several years, lost them in COVID, and I decided I didn't want to go into that heavy duty. I mean, people, when I tell you owning a restaurant, heavy duty, own 3 at a time, heavy duty. I don't even know how I made it through, except that the Lord had something better for me to do, right? Hence, I'm doing these YouTube things. I love doing these videos, by the way. I really do. And I hope and pray that my words will help you, will give you some ideas, and they'll bring you some peace. And I just want to ask you right now, if you can please support my new channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing, but also comment below and watch some of my other videos. When you do that, it shows YouTube that you like my work and that you value what I'm saying, and they'll push my videos out to more people. I'm trying very hard to get monetized because I would like to get paid for my efforts here, and I'm really, really close. I have very good feedback from people, a lot of views, but I need more subscriptions. So if you can do that, pass it on. Anybody you think might be interested in this material, please pass it on. And I thank you if you support me very much. So this next one, like I said, is rediscover your purpose. It says retirement is a transitional period. It's not an ending. Actually, it's been the beginning for me. It says explore mentoring. Right now I have added a business partner in my peptide business, and I'm mentoring her and I'm getting her on her feet. And because I know this YouTube channel is taking off, and I do at least a video a day, and then I make the shorts, and so I need help with that business, my jewelry business. I need extra hands. So I'm mentoring her and teaching her what I know, and I wasn't taught by anybody. I developed the whole thing by myself, and my daughter also is business partner of mine as well. So, but mentoring, for instance, teaching somebody how to do jewelry. I paint. I do all kind of things, but. So it's things that we can do to re-involve ourselves when we retire. Can include mentoring someone, volunteering in organizations, at an organization or school. Grandchildren, see if you can volunteer in your grandchildren's school. Even if you can't, see if you can volunteer. See if you can work in the cafeteria. I know that's crazy. Homeless shelter. Women's battered women's center, a senior center. There's so many things that you can give your heart to and volunteer your time with. No reason to be sitting around doing nothing, because doing nothing is the beginning of the end, and I've seen it. I have seen this with my own eyes. A lady who was a very active lady decided that she was just done. She was going to sit in her chair. She had a bell. She rung her bell, and she expected everybody to run to her. And she was dead within a year. She had a lot more to go, but she just gave up and chose to ring her bell. She was in a church, instead of volunteering her time, instead of, doing things, being a Sunday school teacher maybe. So many things you can do with your time. And I suggest that you find what touches your heart, find what is passion for you, and go after it. organizations. Teaching, if you can teach a skill. I know how to do jewelry. I know how to sell. I know I'm a hairstylist since 1986. I teach people about beauty. I teach people about nutrition. So I promise you that I'm 65 years old, and if you met me, you would probably think I was about mid 40-ish. But it's because I know about skincare, because I know about nutrition. If you need any help, comment me below and I can suggest things. I can help you. We can do a consultation. I'm going to start doing maybe some makeup sessions, showing you how I do my makeup and, things like that, because ladies get lost as we get older because, I remember not too long ago when I started losing weight and I wanted to look good. When I was fat, I didn't care. When I was overweight, I didn't care. But so when I started losing weight, I'm like, I'm going to take better care of myself. And I started putting makeup on again. I was like, wait a minute. That wrinkle wasn't there. That was not there. These platysmal lines weren't there. The lines are, but you know what? For 65 years old, if you look at my face really close, don't have many lines. But I've taken care of my skin. I've done chemical peels. I've done microdermabrasion, microneedling. If you're interested in any of those things, please feel free to get with me and I can help you. Also, the nutrition port's so strong. It's definitely, all of those things go together, but they can take years off of you health-wise, off your face, help you look better and feel better. But if you're interested, let me know. So yeah, I'm all about teaching people how to become their very best. Just because you're 65 or older, or you're retired or getting more mature, society says you're done, it's all over with, get out of here, your freshness state is gone, you're not young, you're not hot anymore. I beg to differ. So Miss Cheryl's single and I have plenty of attention, and I still have a very, what I call a banging figure for my age, but I exercise and I work out. And, I've worked really hard at that. And it's not that I'm trying to attract anybody. You know what? If God sends me the right person in my life, certainly I'll take a look at that. But I'm not out looking for that, because I know my love and my completeness is in me. It's also God. God feeds me. And I know that all the love that I need and everything is coming from me, from the interior love that I have for myself, and the boundaries that I've placed, and the high bar that I have, protecting my space. All of those things matter, but most of all, that I love the Lord, and the Lord loves me back and blesses me every single day. So I suggest doing that. If your relationship with God is not what it should be, now's a great time. I've started going back to church with my group of people. I'm so happy. And then I have another church that I go to in town, and so I spend a lot of time doing that, praising God for 65 years old, and I'm in such good health, and I just have so much to give the glory to God for. I really, really do. But it's a two-way street. You gotta do some work. You know what I mean? So you can join a gym, work out, get your body under control. Even if you start off slow and you're just walking, and you start paying a little more attention to your diet. Maybe, look at what your diet is. Mark down what what you're eating. Make a diet plan. Start small. You don't have to change overnight. But going to a gym, just getting on the treadmill and walking, going to a park, walking in a park, with a group of friends, or, take your little puppy. I got a puppy. I take him walking all the time down in the park in St. Mary's. It's lovely. And I enjoy that so much. I'm getting my sunshine. I get to watch people, and my little doggy's getting some exercise. What is there not to love there? So just, I do mine in the evening when it's cool, but just, wonderful time. Take your husband, take your boyfriend, call a daughter, call a friend, meet down there. You can go down there or take a picnic lunch. It's so fun. It really is. Lots of things you can do. You can join a senior center. For instance, we're having a 4th of July get together. We're having all kind of trips that you do, and all of this stuff is normally free or very nominal fee for you to get together with your brothers and sisters and go on a fun trip, and get some fellowship. Yeah, and so it's great fun. Plus, if you have any skills that you would like to donate to your senior center, you can help a lot there. There's people who are very much elderly, who just need love and they just need company. And they have meals. You can work in the kitchen. You can help serve. Honestly, that's the key. Help serve these people. Because one day, I don't plan on it ever being me, but one day it could be somebody that we know, somebody that we love. And, I believe in building bonus points with the good man upstairs, so when stuff happens to me, I'll be taken care of. I believe in paying it forward, is what you want to call it. I believe in giving, paying forward, so important. Because what you give and you put out in the ether of this universe and to God, and I'm not even saying to the world, because the world doesn't really matter to me, but I do what I do to please God and to please the Lord and to give back to my fellow man so that I can help somebody to have decent elderly years. And maybe I've developed this through my compassion service that I had, taking care of elderly people who are, dying. They literally were dying. So I've held several hands while they just literally took their last breath. And a lot of people ask me if it's sad, and it is sad, but it was my way of giving back. I did everything in my possession to make whatever time these people had left on their earth, on the earth, to make sure that they went out with a smile on their face. And it blessed me. It blessed me. Was it sad? Yeah, I lost friends, and I lost my job, and I had to go out and find another job. I did strictly word of mouth, but it was my privilege. I was doing what's called God's work, really walking people over to the other side, and I just thank God that I got to have that experience, because it's taught me to look at life a lot different, to value each and every day. And if you don't value each and every day, go to a convalescent home or a place, help people. Do any way that you can. Just go room to room and visit people and say, hey, during holidays, hi, because those people get forgotten, and we don't need to let them feel like they're forgotten. No, they've lived their lives and they still have so much to offer, and just have some mercy and compassion on older people, and God will bless you. So, like I go to bingo. I play bingo at one of the country clubs. And it takes some classes that you want to, do. I do all kind of things, I'm learning new skills, making new friends. That's what I call it. And, in this, don't be afraid to start over. When you get older, honestly, you kind of start over again. Life is definitely different, and you have to kind of shift gears a little bit and figure out some things that you want to do with your time, because you're no longer in the grind. By that time, your kids are probably grown. You should have grandchildren by then if you don't, but there are so many things that you can, do with your time. Very valuable things. And also, oh, I love this one. It says celebrate every moment, big or small. So whatever you're doing in your life, if you do something fun, celebrate that. Big and small. It could be tiny things, opening your eyes in the morning. It could be watching a flower bloom. It could be watching your tomatoes turn red. All of those little things count. Give blessings to God. And also, turn your setbacks into comebacks. So if you're having things that you need to deal with them. And yeah, they may feel like setbacks, but you know what? When you get those things done and you're coming back strong, you'll be grateful that you took the time to do that. I'm sorry I'm sweating. I apologize. It's 1,000 degrees out here, but I'm going to keep going until I finish. So, just remember that, you can do things to re-engage yourself in things. You know, find groups of people. Don't ever feel like you have to sit alone in your house and not do anything. There's a lot of community groups that love seniors, and so, you know, go after it. Find something. And so number 3 is strengthening your relationships. If you have a dear friend that you've lost touch with, get back in touch with them. Make new friends. Get in some organizations. Reconnect with your family. If those people are healthy, you know, if you have toxic family members, stay away. Decide who is good for you and who is toxic for you. Cut those toxic people out. Re-engage with people who lift you up, who want to be part of your life. And, you know, maybe somebody you want to travel with, somebody, I mean, there's so many good things that you can do. It says go to community groups, art. A lot of my friends do pool gymnastics, or they call it pool aerobics, aqua aerobics. There's a group that goes to the gym. There's another group that walks. There's another dog walking group. So many groups that you can get in touch with. All you have to do is open your eyes and look. They're all around you. If you go to the senior center, they'll give you a list and a long list of community groups that will help you. That'll help you find something that is of interest to you. So the third one, like I said, third one is strengthen your relationships. It says don't spend your time alone. It's proven that it's very bad on your mental health as well as your physical health. So don't do that to yourself. Enrichment comes with doing things together with people, you know. Like I say, there's so many fun things you can do, so many fun things. And just remember to find a group of people that you love, you know, that do the same thing. And so I love this one. It says, live in the sunshine and swim in the sea. Oh, I'm living in the sunshine right now. I'm sweating a bucket. But you know what? Go to the beach. Go for a walk. Go by the river. Go to a place. Enjoy some nature. And you know, it is such a refreshing thing. Just you know, do that to maybe. I'm sorry, I'm leaning forward. I have cards over here, but you know, get yourself under control, and you know, start moving forward. Don't feel like, well, it's all over with, and I just have to, you know, you know, chill out now and go to the rocking chair. No, you don't, sister and brother. You don't. So it says success is a journey. It's not a destination. So you can successfully reinvent yourself, learn new skills. Don't ever feel like you are, like it's too old to teach an old dog new tricks. I have learned so many things that I'll never stop learning. Because if I stop learning, something's wrong. My family will know something's wrong. If I isolate myself, something's wrong. I'm a very outgoing person. After I took my 5-year hiatus from everybody, from relationships and all of that, it took me a little bit to kind of step back and just reevaluate my life. So I'm going to pause here for a minute because it's going to go into part 2. So follow part 2. All right. I'm just going to sit here for a moment. Oh, I'm going to put it on pause and then I'll restart.